Hi crafty friends, it's Kathy here. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Before I get started on today's video, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. I did hit my first milestone of 500 subscribers this weekend, so I'm beyond excited and so thankful for each and every one of you. So if you are new, my videos are typically about card making tutorials, craft room storage and organization, and also sometimes hacks, tips and tricks. Today's video is about my 8.5/11 cardstock. I did do a video on this. It was probably one of my very first videos on YouTube. And there's just some minor updates that I'm going to talk about with how I store my cardstock. And also, the reason for this video today is I'm working on a project and I was really stuck on the colors to use. So I have this DIY color deck from Spellbinders, and as you can see, I've never used it. It's time to pull this bad boy out and fill it up. So I've been kind of working and playing with it a little bit here. So I started with, I think I'm going to use this one for the project that I'm going to work on, but I'm just going to set it aside and we'll come back to that. So in my previous video about how I store 8.5/11 cardstock, I talked about these job ticket holders from the Office Depot, or the brand is the Office Depot, but you buy them at Amazon. And I ran out of them, and when I went to try to get more, they said they were unavailable. And it said they did not know when it would be available again. And I just checked again recently, and it looks like they might be available, but it's like it doesn't ship directly from Amazon. So I'm not really sure that I want to continue using these. And it was like a 10-pack for $12.95 or something like that. I did find about 2 other options that were maybe slightly cheaper, and they were also 10 packs, they were also 10 packs and looked exactly the same, but I haven't tried them. I can put links in the description, but I don't know how good they are as I haven't used them. What I did find, and what I really like, is this. Comes in a box. It's called Sea Line. And this comes 50 per box, which I think is pretty good, because I mean, I think it was like $28 maybe. I don't want to quote prices because they prices change, but 50 per box, that's huge. And what I like about them is that they're super heavy. They're made out of vinyl. So I'll show you. So it's really thick. And what I will say, I think I've had 2 of these job ticket holders where they tore. When you pull the cardstock out, there was like a little tear, so it kept getting stuck. It's not enough for me to discontinue using them. I'm going to keep the ones that I have stored in these pockets. I'm not going to redo them. But for the new stuff that I buy, I'm going to switch over to these. So I'll put that aside. And then another thing that I just started doing is, when I'm getting this new cardstock that I haven't had before, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to swatch it, and I'm also going to put it in my Color My Life app. And you're probably thinking, this is overkill, but I'll tell you why I'm doing this. I do a lot of my shopping when I'm in bed at night, and I don't want to have to come down here and see what colors I have. So this Color My Life app is really slick because I can have it in my room and I can search to see if I already have this color before I buy it. And the easiest way to add these is when you still have the barcode. And I'm sure you can see this. I think I've done this in a video before where I showed it on my phone. But if you can't see it in this video, I do have another video that I think I did around January 1st. And it's called Cataloging My Inventory or something like that. But it's actually screen sharing where you can actually see the full-size version if you're wanting to check that out. However, for this, I'm just going to hit this plus arrow, and I'm going to hit Add Item. And then I'm going to scan barcode. And then I'm going to come down here. And there, it's got the color and everything, and it puts in the category, the name. And here, it doesn't automatically put the colors in, but you can do that. So I'm going to add color. And I'm going to come back here. And it puts the price in, it puts the brand, and then you can put any notes in that you want or any tags. I don't really need to put any notes or tags for this, so I'm just going to add the item. So that is the actual easiest way to add these in the Color My Life app. So now this is going to prevent me from buying stuff that I already have. And it's like, I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. Squirrel, yeah, no, I'm easily distracted. But the membership for this app is only like $1.99 a month. And so for me, it's worth it to not buy duplicate items anymore. And I just think it's going to be a great tool. It's going to be, for me, it's going to take a bit to get it up and running because I still have a lot of stuff I have to enter in there. But once I'm caught up, it'll be really slick to just, right when I buy something, add it right away. I will say I cannot get the Stampin' Up! Items to, if I scan the barcode, even if it's like a brand new product, none of the Stampin' Up! Ones come up, so I have to enter those manually. Okay, so in this pocket, like, here's a Stampin' Up! And this is a 24 pack. That fits nicely in there. So this will hold 2 packs of the Spellbinders cardstock nicely. I apologize for my dog, if you can hear him. It's almost dinner time, I think. Okay, so I have it in the envelope, and I already printed my label. Okay, so using my Brother label maker, I just printed SP for Spellbinders, and then just the name of the color. I'm not putting the full name because I'm going through way too many of my labels, so I just am abbreviating it. So I'm just going to put that right in the bottom. And the reason I put it in the bottom is because I stack them this way in my calyx unit, and I stack them by brand. And then I try to put them in some type of color order. And I just wanted to show you this. This is all in my very first video about 8.5 by 11 cardstock. It's in my organization playlist, but I do use these. They're called comic book dividers, and I do have one that says Spellbinders, and then I just stand it upright like this, and then I push it way to the end of my calyx unit. I don't think I can zoom away, but I think you can see what's going on here a little bit. So I just push them in like this so I can see, you know, these are all my Spellbinders papers back here. I already have one made. I just wanted to show you what I use. So now that we have that, I did cut out a couple pieces ahead of time. So for my swatching, I'm going to use what I got from Spellbinders. And this is the stamp set you can get for all of the Spellbinders ColorWheel Cardstock. Ignore the circling. These are just the first ones that I got. And I circled them before I was using the Color My Life app so that I knew I already had them. And here's the die that I'm going to use. I do also have a video on how I store my stamps and dies, and that's also in my playlist. But I didn't put names on these envelopes because I don't actually store these with my other stamps and dies. I keep them out on my desk all the time for when I'm getting new product so I can inventory them. Okay, so for this piece, I believe I cut out cardstock that's 2.5 by 4. And then for this one, for the actual color, that I do, I'm sorry, I was wrong. The white is no. I don't know what I said. When you get old, and you start talking, you don't know what's coming out of your mouth. So I'm going to rephrase all of this. Okay, white is the 2.5 by 5 strips that I cut. For the color, I do 2.5 by 4. So put that here. And then just this little black piece. And I don't even know if you need this black piece, but maybe it just reinforces it. So let me go cut these and come back. Okay, so I did cut out 2 of them. And the reason I did that is I'm going to have a couple different swatches. I'm going to have one for my Spellbinders. Oops. And then I'm also going to have one where I'm going to put similar color, how do I want to say it? I'll show it to you. So like here, I've got pinks, purples, and they're all different companies. So I can compare, you know, how similar some of the colors are. And then also this might help me when I'm trying to pick out my colors here, if I have similar colors together, if that makes sense. So this is like multiple brands kind of in the same color family, whereas this is all of my Spellbinders. I have a lot more of these to swatch. It's gonna take me some time. I'm really behind on all of my organizing. I keep starting these projects and I don't finish, but once I get them finished, it's gonna be a huge time saver for me. So this is my Spellbinders. I have more to add, but I went on the Spellbinders website and I put these in order of the color. They have them listed on the website. So, and these I got at Spellbinders as well, but you can probably get them anywhere, any dollar store or anything like that. So let me put this together to show you how easy it is to do this. I always start with the black first. It helps me line up the other piece. So I just put it on here, line it up with the hole, and then I come in and I do this one. And there is a little line here that helps you know where it lines up in case you do this piece before the black. It's right here. Sorry, I guess I wasn't very good at that. Hang on. Here we go. So I got that one. Dogs are in here, so if you hear some snorting and licking, I promise you it's not me. It's my dogs. I try not to snort and lick too often. All right, let me put these away. And now I'm gonna bring this out. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this is, oh, I did mention it. So I'm gonna take out the chiffon. They're really tiny. Got a little block here, and then I'm just going to use Memento. Just try to press down lightly on that little white curve. Okay. So now that I have that done, oh, I'm not done. Sorry. I did cut out a piece to check to see if it would go with this, but I'm not going to put this one on it. I'm just gonna, I am actually gonna label it because I'm sure this color will work for one of the other ones in the color deck. So I'm just gonna label it here. Chiffon. And because I want to save on my labels, I'm just gonna write this in as SP for Spellbinders, so I know it's a Spellbinders color, and I'll put it aside for when I work on the other ones. So now I've got my color swatch, so I'm going to put this one with my Spellbinders. So I'm not going to write, well, I did write SP on some of them. It's not a big deal. Do what you want, but it's just easiest for me to know this is Spellbinders. And then I'm also going to write it here, SP, so that when I put it with the other colors, I know this is Spellbinders, whereas this is Stampin' Up. Okay. Put this aside. Okay, so I've got that done. Now it's time to work on this. And I did pick out, or not pick out, but I did swatch some colors earlier today. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use. I might have to look for more because I might not have good colors here. But for these color decks, they give you the 5 squares. It has like color theory here. Okay, so I'm just trying to find what colors I like with this. I do like the mulberry. I don't know what these little shavings are. I don't know if I like that. I definitely don't like that one. Let's see. I think I was looking at this one. This is Gina K Plum Punch. And this is Violet. That could work. Just trying to see. Got Gina K's Passionate Pink. Somewhat matches that, but not crazy about it. Let's see how this orchid is. I do like that. So I'm kind of still mostly sticking with Spellbinder colors. You know, I think I have a color in Stampin' Up that I haven't. Let's see. Here's my swatches I already have done. And these are all Stampin' Up. Let's see. Fresh Freesia. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to pull out Fresh Freesia from Stampin' Up and add that here. I think that'll be a nice... Let me do that right now. What's nice about these Stampin' Up paper trimmers is I can go over here for that 1-inch measurement. Okay. So far I'm liking these colors with it, and maybe one of these really dark purples, like maybe this. I don't know if I have a purple that's quite that dark, so I think we're gonna stick with this. And this will be, so I'm just going to write the color on here. STU, Fresh Freesia. And we'll just go in and glue all of the, you know what? I think I'm going to use double-sided tape. Okay, let's pull this off. And I'm going to go in the order. So it was Spellbinders Violet. And I've got Mulberry. I think it was Orchid, Lavender, and Fresh Freesia. So that is what I'm going to use on this project that I'm going to be working on. Not 100% lined up, but now when I'm struggling with a color, I can just go flip through this and pick out the colors that I want. So I'm going to use this. And this is like a good project to sit and work on while you're watching TV. You know, swatch out a bunch of colors and then just flip through and glue them together. This is something that's going to take me a while, but I am going to keep working on it. I think it's going to be a great resource. So I hope this helps inspire you for your 8.5 by 11 cardstock storage. Put a photo at the end of the video of what it looks like. I hope that this will help inspire you to find the colors too for your projects. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see future videos, please hit subscribe. Thanks so much everyone for tuning in. Bye.